After the Ram Mandir Pran Pratishtha, there is another significant update. By now, you may have learned that the Archaeological Survey of India has solid evidence that the Gyanvapi Mosque is not a mosque, but actually a temple, which the court in Varanasi permitted Hindus to worship at on January 31st, 2024. So this essentially proves scientifically that it was Muhammad Gori who demolished the Gyanvapi temple, but with the help of a Hindu king. Yes, that's true. But we were never told this before. Another interesting fact, it's been said that Aurangzeb demolished the temple and built a mosque there. But do you know, the temple was demolished not once but 3 times by 3 different people. Yet historically, every time the Hindu side rebuilt the temple there. And finally, the most interesting thing about this case, how was it proven that there was a temple there? Well, there was a significant mistake made from the Muslim side, which led ASI to acquire major proofs within just 92 days, leading them to declare that indeed there was a temple there. So let's delve into these proofs in details so that you don't have any confusion about how the court accepted that there was indeed a temple there. But before we begin, let's look at this layout carefully. This is the Kashi Vishwanath temple in Varanasi, where Lord Shiva is worshipped. However, the Hindu side claims that their original Kashi Vishwanath temple is just 45 meters away inside the Gyanvapi Mosque, because that mosque was built by demolishing the temple. Now, why is this temple so important for Hindus? Well, this temple is not just an ordinary Lord Shiva temple, but one of the 12 Jyotirlingas in Bharat, visiting which leads to salvation or moksha. However, unlike the Ram Mandir, in the Gyanvapi case, all historians unanimously believe that in 1194 CE, under the orders of Muhammad Gori, his general Qutbuddin Aibak demolished many temples in Varanasi, and one of the temples destroyed was this Kashi Gyanvapi temple. Now, here comes the interesting twist in this story. As we mentioned earlier, the one who ordered demolition of this temple under Muhammad Gori's order was actually invited by a Hindu king of Bharat to fight against another Hindu king. So this story basically begins in the year 1185, when King Jayachand of present-day Kannauj region of Uttar Pradesh holds a swayamvar for his daughter Sanyogita. Now in this swayamvar, King Jayachand invites all the kings of that era except King Prithviraj Chauhan, while the king's daughter Sanyogita herself wanted to marry Prithviraj Chauhan. So as soon as Prithviraj hears the news of this swayamvar, he himself comes to the king's house and takes his daughter away with him in front of a large assembly. Now obviously, this incident proves to be quite embarrassing for King Jayachand, because his humiliation happened in the open court. And this is where the enmity begins between King Jayachand and Prithviraj Chauhan. In this era of hatred, there comes a time when King Jayachand invites Muhammad Gori from Afghanistan to come to Bharat so that he can attack and take over Prithviraj Chauhan's kingdom. And Gori does exactly that. He comes to Bharat from Afghanistan, and here he fights the mighty Prithviraj Chauhan and gets defeated badly and was also humiliated. Now Muhammad Gori understood that it's difficult to fight Prithviraj Chauhan in a straight battle. So what he did, in the second battle of Teerth, he launched a surprise night attack on the Rajputi camp cowardly and defeated him in 1194. Now since Gori was the ruler of Afghanistan, he could not rule here. And so on his way back to his kingdom, Gori made his general Qutbuddin Aibak the Sultan of Delhi and installed him to rule in Bharat. According to historians, as soon as Qutbuddin Aibak became the Sultan, he broke many temples in northern Bharat on Gori's order, and one of these broken temples was Vishwanath temple of Varanasi. So basically, this was why the Gyanvapi Vishwanath temple actually broke, because of a Hindu king's invitation to Gori. The locals there rebuilt the temple in the same place, but this temple was also broken again by Sikandar Lodi of the Lodi dynasty in 1490, and a mosque was built in place of the temple. But Hindus were not going to sit quietly this time either. In 1585, King Todarmal came and built a temple there again. But unfortunately, only 84 years after its construction, the Gyanvapi temple was broken for the third time by Aurangzeb's order, and a Gyanvapi Mosque was built in the place of the Gyanvapi temple. So historically, the temple was broken 3 times, but Hindus have always worshipped there. Even when the present day Kashi Vishwanath temple was built by Maratha Queen Ahilyabai Holkar in 1780, which is a little away from the original temple, even then Hindus used to go inside the Gyanvapi Mosque and worship till 1991. But when the Babri Masjid was demolished in Ayodhya in 1992, since then the government has banned Hindus from worshipping in Gyanvapi Mosque complex as well, seeing the increasing communal tension in Uttar Pradesh. Now another thing to note here is that the Ram temple issue had been filed in the courts many times since the British era. But the Gyanvapi case had been lying in a cold box since independence. But as I told you earlier, in Hinduism, Lord Shiva has a very big prominence. He is called the god of gods, Mahadev, and it's believed that Shiva is the supreme god of the universe. But despite this, we do not understand many things about Lord Shiva, such as why we worship the Shivalinga, why there are only 12 Jyotirlingas, and why they are located in those 12 places, and why worshipping them is so important for us. How was the birth of creation, and why is it said that Lord Shiva has the power to destroy creation as well? Stay tuned to the next part to find these answers. And also, we will be covering the judiciary part of this whole issue in the next video detailing. So stay tuned to Sanskriti Spectrum and comment below your opinions. Till then, take care and Har Har Mahadev.